Still. I want to point out as well, Wraith's outfit is skin tight, so what, you're going to make him a little more baggy in the crotch and give him a longer cape?
So, wait, quick question.
I
Silver,
can breathe down there.
Silver, have you added your point?
Oh, no, I have not yet.
Click.
Thank
there you.
you.
So
Those are my
Okay.
other cards, by the way. Robin Hood,
Oh my-
Wizard,
we have-
controls weather, and lays exploding eggs.
We have a 3-way tie for first, and then a 2-way tie for second.
Kinky.
You know what else you have?
What?
No chance.
6 rhinos.
look at what he's done.
I don't
God
get it.
damn it.
I had a lot of time during that debate.
Okay,
Yeah, I did too. I had enough time to formulate a strategy.
Oh god. Now what?
Oh,
I have strategy
God.
for in case both of
I
you
am
win.
pulling the most obscure thing you can imagine.
Thank you.
Which, by the way, I'm saying this right now. When the Doctor isn't played, you know you're going left wing.
Oh,
the Doctor!
I
He's-
didn't because he's been mind controlled before.
Oh, well, that's true.
That's exactly why. I wish I could use the Doctor, but I can't. I do, however, have something which I feel can help.
He did fight it
Yeah.
off, actually. But
what you got? Let's
So,
go.
this is where I want to do this weird. I want to flip the black cards first.
Oh,
You know what? I'm
Can
gonna
I do
allow
that?
it. I'm going to allow it this
So-
once.
The random black card, I'm figuratively on fire and
And
literally.
Oh.
Okay.
So you're awesome, but you're
Um,
also on fire.
I throw spears.
Okay, so your spears are also on
This
fire.
is the big part. I get to pick a movie character. My
Oh,
definition of character
no.
is a person who can appear in a movie. And I've picked Asterix.
What?
Specifically from the 12 Tasks of Actors. Asterix is an old cartoon character from and specifically the movie he's from, 12 Tasks of Actors. It's interesting. But he's immune to mind control. He has confused a hypnotist so much that he mind controlled himself.
Oh, you've picked the anti-hypnotist character.
Pretty much, but that's not where it gets better. Asterix drank a magic potion and gave himself super strength and has fought legions of Roman soldiers on his own.
Well, I guess there you go.
You know what? I'm ready to vote.
Alright,
The debate hasn't gone on yet. Silver's got to defend himself.
see.
So,
I know. I'm just
I
saying.
have-
Go ahead.
a super strength guy.
Oh.
He's also fairly small. He's got spears, and if you try to punch him, he's on fire. Now, yeah, he's going to be hurting himself, but I'm pretty sure he's been set on fire before in the comics.
What asshole deleted all my careful outlines?
Not me.
that'd be me.
So I've got a guy who is not only shown before to be immune to mind control, but turn it back on the person who was trying to hypnotize him. Specifically, what happened was a hypnotist tried to make him believe he was a boar. Everyone else was easily hypnotized. Asterix was like, yeah, whatever. Distracted the hypnotist so much that the concentration was broken, and he's so confused that Asterix was able to make him believe he was a wild boar.
So that would be obscure bullshit.
It's cartoon logic.
Oh no, not cartoon logic.
It's cartoon logic. By the way, I also had a choice from characters from Equestria Girls, but I wasn't going to do that.
They work as
What?
a team.
Yes, but that was
I
actually
pick Fluttershy. She'll win, right?
Well, technically, it was because they were able to deal. Yeah, God, I'll link the specific thing, but I'm basically staring at the TV tropes page for immune to mind control.
Alright then, so I formulated a small strategy.
So did you already know about Asterisk?
Yes, I knew he existed, and I was
Okay.
pretty sure he had resisted it, but I went and checked to make sure, and I went to see if I had any other options that
Okay,
I would
that's fair,
consistently rely on.
I would like to kind of instate a small home rule here that you actually have to know a character exists to use.
I knew Asterix existed.
And that's why it's fair. I just wanted
I'm
to make
gonna-
sure you didn't just
I'm
go
gonna-
on the TV tropes page and say, this guy.
I'm gonna say you have to have previously known about them if you have a pick a so-and-so card. If you just have a card like, I didn't know shit about Forrest Gump or Street Fighter, I played them anyway.
No, that's fine, but you knew what I meant.
Yeah, if it's pick a so-and-so, then you can only pick someone you...
Did you actually knew about Race beforehand, Toy? Because if so...
I knew about him, I didn't know that much of him, so I had to get some specifics so I could work with it.
And that's
Also-
what I had for my scenario.
Also,
so.
I will say, I'm surprised you didn't go for like a Diablo race or like a Lord of the Rings race.
Those would be very susceptible to, like, death. I'm pretty
They
sure.
have been killed. I mean, Diablo is a game about killing things in mass.
With normal human weaponry.
Yeah, I would like to just ask one question. Can Asterix handle being on fire?
For
He's been on
periods of
fire
time.
before.
Okay then. Okay, sorry, I must have missed that part. All right.
Yeah.
Fighter only debate begin.
He's also a master strategist, and like I said, he drank a superhuman strength potion.
All
so
right.
he's really strong, and he's really small. He's also got spears, which, thanks to the strength, he could hook really hard at you.
All right.
Yeah, there's
so
100
here's
Can I
the
ask- can I
thing.
But he's fought entire Roman legions.
All right.
Can I
So
ask-
here's. Go ahead.
Okay, so is he Adam Ant?
Hmm?
Is he
No,
Adam
no,
Ant?
no. No, he's like short guy status, like midget status.
Oh, okay. I was getting a sense of what is small.
All right. So
No. He's midget status.
so he's on fire, literally.
Yeah.
Can
But
he
he's able
survive
to-
that for extended periods of time?
He could, but it would hurt him, so it would wear down on him. But at the same time, it would make it really hard for you to fight him as he's hucking spears, which
Okay,
If
that's
we're
all I needed to
thinking-
know. Smoke
Also-
pistols. You can't see me. You can't punch me or aim a spear at me.
he's a
I
master
can
strategist.
toss it at you. I can toss it at you. I can toss it at me. I have 100 of me. You have to kill all 100 of me,
Yeah,
and you can't see any of them.
that is entirely fair. But at the same time, like
All I
I
have to
said,
do is
he's
wear you down.
survived. He's survived being on fire for a decent amount of time.
That's the
Also,
thing.
if I recall, I want to check this. Fire, clear, smoke. That does not help me Google.
No.
Fire so much. Okay, so there's that. I'm not pulling in friendly cards because I don't have that, or
Can I
because he has.
can I say something?
But
Is it allowed? If we're, I'm just gonna say this because cartoon logic, but considering how strong he seems to be, couldn't he just throw this? Because we never saw how many spears he has. Couldn't he just throw spears at such a force that it would blow the smoke away?
that too, he could entirely throw them. He could also start swinging them, like spinning them around, and again, cartoon logic and super strength, it would create enough wind current that it could blow
Well,
the
here's the
smoke
thing. Are
away.
we going by cartoon logic, or
That's not even cartoon logic. That's just physics. If something spins fast enough, it creates wind.
Yeah, it would create a gust or a force of some sort in the air, and again, he's got super strength, so feasibly via his super strength, even compared to cartoon logic, he could totally do that.
but not super endurance or anything? Yes.
He does not have super endurance, so if you beat on him, yeah, but he's small and he's strong, so he could do that. He's also taken on legions of Roman soldiers on his
Alright.
own to get his friend. So,
Alright.
you know, that's a thing. Also pirates. Lots
Okay,
of
so let's say I doing this then. So Wraith decides I'm just going to smoke and run instead of fighting this man that is on fire and let him kill himself over time.
I feel
This
like
is the
can we
annoying
really
thing.
incorporate that?
This is the annoying thing. I'd say we're in an arena. We are in a death battle scenario. And have you ever seen a death battle where someone wins by running the fuck away?
This
going
is
to-
not something that can really be
I'm-
answered with that.
I'm going to take my chance to butt in now because everyone else has. I'm gonna say because, like, I think the only time we take into account something like that is if it is a legitimate stalemate in that neither of them would kill each other. Only then do we take into account how long it would take them to die of natural causes. So we are assuming they are not running away.
It's fire natural causes.
In this case,
I'm saying natural causes. I just mean die of not the opponent's hand.
Yeah, and again, he's been able to endure fire before.
So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no running away. But if it reaches a stalemate, it would probably go to Wraith because of the fire.
Yeah, if it reaches a stalemate. I don't really have anything left to argue. Do you, Silver?
Honestly, I'm just gonna say that Wraith would be smart enough to once 2 or 3 of them died from like not being able to mind control, then they would immediately go into a endurance game of if I can outlast this man that is on fire with smoke pistols and dodging.
We're still doing that. Also,
that's all I've got.
We said he can't run away. We didn't say anything about dodging.
That's fair. Matt Asterix is a master strategist. Just reminding you. So he isn't dumb. He's very smart. In fact, his big friend Obelisk, who throws rocks for fun without the magic potion, is the dumb one. But he doesn't have Obelisk.
My only defense is literally being able to cut off your line of sight and just
pretty much
preventing you from attacking me.
So
I would also like to just add one last thing, and then we could probably go to voting, unless other people want to weigh in afterwards. But
do feel free to help me, because I haven't heard nothing in my favor.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I heard like nothing in my favor during my match as Michael Jackson Canada. But
you had Canada.
Anyway, here's the thing. Peter, you said Asterisk can, like, turn back the mind control to mind control the person trying to mind control him?
He wasn't able to do that, but that's because he confused the guy trying to hypnotize him so much. So it's not like a natural ability. He's just really smart and knows how to get around it.
Okay, then, actually, that makes it a different story, doesn't it?
He's still...
Everyone else instantly went to mind control. Asterix is like, yeah, whatever, cool, I'm chill, whatever. Oh, hey, let me try trolling the guy now.
Like, I would.
That's basically
like
what he did.
I would like to say
Sorry.
that if he could do that, because this is the point I was getting at. If he was able to do that to the Wraiths, again, I know he would have to, like, it would be harder to do than just throwing it back. If he could do that to the Wraiths, he could mind control the race that he has, and have them be like, oh, I can't do it, you try. And that's something he's controlled all the Wraiths.
I don't think he'd be able to do that.
That would, no. Assuming that Wraith has common human knowledge, if 2 or 3 of them happen to fail at that, he would give up on that ability.
And like I said, he doesn't have an ability to return a psionic attack. He's just able, doesn't fall to that.
Oh, well then, actually, this is a different story. Because let's say I just forego mind control and I induce illusions in you. Because he does have this ability. I can read your mind, induce illusions. Let's see. Let me project force bolts.
Project force bolts? What was that?
Project psionic force bolts. I guess it's like just like shoot like it looks like a mental energy blast of energy attack or something. I don't know. I assume it's an attack of bullet potential.
Okay.
Made of
an attack of bullet potential, yes.
Like, it was just his intelligence, and most of the time psionic attacks like that would go off that, but sure, that is fair.
He can make himself seem invisible. Well, that would be under illusions.
Should we take should we just go with the information? Should we continue the debate or go to open debate / voting?
I
feel like we should go to voting.
At this point, I can't come up with anything else.
I'm pretty sure he's gotten around like an illusion once before, but I can't remember for sure, and I'm not going to try looking it up, because he's an old character. Like, he's been around for a while, not that he's actually old-aged.
Alright, let's go to voting.
Oh, one last comment. He has a glorious mustache.
He wins, man. Okay, no, I guess. All right, let's go to voting then.
Yeah, it's close.
All right, one of the two people in the fight.
There are 100 of them.
There's 100 of them.
Guys,
And
pick
yeah.
someone to vote first.
Yeah.
Since Peter picked last time, I am going to throw the finger and say Jiro first.
Thinking of everything that was said, I'm gonna have my money go to Asterisk.
I hate you.
Sorry.
Corey, who next?
Rhino.
All right,
Vote for
I
me, love you long time.
have one question. I have
Yeah?
one question. What does Wraith have in terms of mobility?
It does not describe. Well, if we go by stuff that's only on them, I would assume he is basically a normal human. Besides, well, he's a mutant, and his powers are mental. So I would assume he can only move by normal human methods.
Okay, I'm just clarifying he can't fly or anything like that.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Just
In
be
light of
glad
everything
it
I
goes.
heard, and let it be known, I actually changed my vote multiple times throughout this debate. I'm going to cast my vote for Wraith because I feel that after my vote was for Asterisk for a long time, and then I was reminded that Wraith has essentially force bullets, and at that point his numbers factor does come back in to give him the win, in my opinion.
Alright then. Yash, you're the tiebreaker. Do the
Now-
members of the mind controlling illusions, or does the mind resistant fire spear thrower win?
See, every time you talk, it lowers my chance of voting for you.
Sorry.
Okay, bearing in mind that at the very start of this, well, at the very start of you guys putting the cards down, I had no idea who either Wraith or Asterisk were. I only knew what you guys talked about. And from what I have heard, and based on the cards that have been given as well, because of the way everything is, just because, like, I've heard it all, and I understand your reasons for, like, in my mind, this kind of almost
Just
reaches
say
a
it.
stalemate. I'm trying to be dramatic like Rhino did. You didn't get mad at him.
I wasn't being dramatic, I was explaining.
Anyways,
So am I.
continue.
I'm going to give it to Wraith.
Oh, me love you long time.
Because here it frankly comes down to, like, it basically is a stalemate. And based on what I've heard from both of them, while Asterisk could definitely put up a fight,
The hell
there's
of a fight,
100
God.
they're definitely a hell of a fight, but there's 100 of them, and he is on fire. He would get worn down.
Yeah.
Especially,
Oh,
and,
God.
like, I'm not even factoring in the smoke guns here. He would just get worn down, I feel, and eventually Wraith,
If it-
whatever
on-
race remaining, would kill him.
If it wasn't for the fire card, I think I.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what else you would have gotten. So,
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a shame. Because, like,
I did
I-
not expect to have a fight that difficult.
See,
as you guys were debating the last one, and like I was listening, but I was like thinking everything through, and I had this stupid grin on me because it's like I have a way to fight mind control and that kind of, and like resist mental stuff.
See, the thing is, like, the thing. So when did we have that something that like gives them affects them that much when why is it that he can't survive fire when we had that freaking 2 human legs could withstand the entire country of Canada?
Here's the thing. That, like,
That was
He-
That's
specific.
the- it's the same being.
we
It's the same being.
Yeah, we specifically brought up in this one, because, like, Asterisk is not normally on fire, and we brought up his resistance to fire. Also,
Well,
bear in
yeah,
mind,
you
Jero,
dealt with it,
I
but it's
lost,
catching
so... Bear in mind, Jero, I lost with that combo.
True, but like you.
Let's not bring up the old debate. All I'm saying is that factoring, like,
Let's
there's
see
a
what they-
difference there's a
what they
difference
look like?
between
Huh.
there's a difference between Michael Jackson, but his upper body is Canada, and Asterisk, who is now on fire.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Okay,
I
totally.
always assume that their body part is blank. I always assume that means they were born this way and they've adapted to it.
So this is what Asterisk looks like.
Yeah, I posted it in Discord.
Ha!
Hey,
I was thinking a woman for some reason.
No.
I feel like I've seen him before.
I was imagining
Yeah,
someone.
He literally looks like Hermes and Roadrunner fused.
It's kind of what he was inspired by. If
And a
or at
little bit of
least the
Yosemite
Hermes part.
Sam.
He
All right,
was.
so
He's of that
now
age.
it's Silver versus Rhino to see who's
That
going to reach
is-
4 points.
That is a damn
Hey,
shame,
Rhino!
honestly.
Oh
What?
yeah,
Like, I
this
was-
is a 4-way tie.
By the way, I also had Sonic Scream and has a magical unicorn horn. And I had Stephen Hawking and the Doctor as my white cards.
Alright, so let it be known. I don't envy my chances on this. Black cards have treated me well before.
Let's see what you got, buddy.
Alright, I have there we go. I have a Liger
Oh.
who is 10 stories tall. Fucking huge. And bottom half is blank.
Oh, no!
This is gonna be interesting.
A character hand. It's from your hand. It's from your hand. It's from your
okay.
hand.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It is. It
Yeah.
specifically says from hand.
oh boy.
Okay. It is bottom half. Is a Viking making him a man Liger.
A Miger.
Oh my god! Oh my king!
A my king,
Oh,
yes,
Liger.
that sounds so much better, actually.
Viking. Yes, so
No, guys,
My king!
you gotta, guys, you gotta think this through for a moment. Maliker,
eh.
God damn
This is a bunch of
Alright.
malarkey.
you gotta imagine the fedora tip to go with it.
Okay,
Alright, so yeah, this was the best. Alright, so starting the debate now. This was pretty much the best I could come up with. So, against your army of psychic wielding, otherwise normal dudes, I'm just gonna say I'm a big old man Liger,
Well,
and I'm gonna eat you.
yeah.
I'm gonna eat some of you.
That's if all of us don't mind control you first.
See, I had no real
But
counter
here's
to that, so
one
that
thing
was my argument.
I want to verify. What is it defined by Liger? Because a Liger normally would mean lion tiger, but this is
Yes.
a geek card, so that might mean something in particular, something different.
Okay,
or something
to
more.
that, I will say this. My only thought of it is the lion-tiger combination. If anyone who's not in the fight would like to offer a suggestion, now is the time.
I don't
let
know
me
of
Google-
anything.
Let me use your previous card first, Rhino. Liger.
I don't know of anything other than a lion tiger.
Wait, I don't. What
There's
does he mean?
Colonel Liger.
Let him use my previous card first.
He's using
Google.
Googling it.
Google. I'm
Oh,
using Google.
okay.
We're
I
making
don't
it
know
work.
if we can actually do that because because you didn't actually know of it first. So
We're still allowed to suggest.
Even I'm looking
you
at
don't
interesting
know.
stuff because I want to. Oh, there is that. There is that. I'm hesitant to say it.
all right. I have it.
I think-
Silver.
please tell me
Silver and
I-
I might have found this. We might have found the same thing.
Is it what
And
I
the
think
best part is, I knew this existed. I just forgot about it. It counts.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
okay,
Liger
Is it-
Zero.
You're thinking.
Liger
My
Zero.
fucking hate you.
The Liger Zero is a lion-type Zoid, one of over 200 species
Zoid.
of
I remember Zoid.
One of over
Uh-huh.
200 species of biomechanical life forms that form the Zoid race and provide the basis. Blah 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 blah. It is a lion-type Zoid used primarily by the Hellic Republic, though some variants are used by the Gallows Empire. Unlike its predecessor, the Blade Liger. Blah 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 blah. Its signature attack is the Strike Laser Claw,
He
which is
remembered
utilized by
Zoids.
charging its claws with laser
I
energy. to
remember
enhance-
I remember this too. Oh my god, I can't. They had
This-
shield like.
this
Is
has
this the
to
one with
be
that had
what it's
that had the little robotic dinosaur called Zeke? He was an
I'm
organoid.
not sure if it's the exact one. It might be similar though.
This
I don't remember too
has-
much about Zoids.
I do remember the Liger though. Oh my god.
I remember
This
this.
has to have been what it's referencing because it's a nerd card too.
I
It
guess
is.
so. Oh my god.
And this is what I was thinking of the entire time.
Hey, Rhino, would you like to use Liger Zero?
I would like to. Well, since I don't know the differences between the actual, different Zoids that are types of Liger, I'm just gonna say, Liger Zoid, just general statement.
All right. I could look up. I might be getting a bit specific at that point. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I knew about Zoids to various extents, and I definitely heard of Liger Zero before. In fact, that was what I googled just to get it out of my head.
Okay, so now I'm just a giant man Liger robot.
Technically, it's
Bottom half
already
is a
10
Viking.
stories tall, isn't it?
Guys, hang on, wait.
Wait.
Wait. Does the 10 stories tall card work by a scaling system so that you'd take a Liger Zero and add a 10-story multiplier to it? In which case, holy shit! Or are we gonna rule that it is set to 10 stories?
It is set to
Yeah.
set,
It seems like it's a
Okay.
set height.
Mhm.
which wouldn't actually be much of a size increase, I think.
It wouldn't be much of a change at all, I believe. Still, I wanted to check that, because imagine if we ruled it was multiplicative.
Oh god, no, I wouldn't stand a chance, I
I
think.
think that would be a different card. Is 10 times taller or something.
Oh, and the
God.
best part is, this thing is a robot. You can't control its mind.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
that's what I said.
biomechanical, so...
It is
I think
biomechanical.
aren't most Zoids piloted though?
This is also true. So not only is the machine potentially mind controllable, but even if it is not, the pilot is. Therefore,
Well,
the machine itself would not be able to handle it.
What if the pilot is the human part attached to it?
Repeat that. You kind of cut out a little much for me.
I think you're talking about the Viking half controls it or something.
And you
Oh,
can't control
yeah.
the Viking. You
Your
can't
bottom
control the
half
Viking.
Your bottom-
You
By
can't.
the way-
You
by
can't
the way,
control the Viking. It's only legs.
I'd like to point this out as well, just because this is the funniest thought. Because I'm looking at a picture of the Liger Zero right now, and I'm picturing the bottom half chopped off and just the rear end of a Viking dangling off it. Just like
It wouldn't be able to
dangling
run.
there.
It'd be so damn top heavy. Or forward
Well,
heavy
it
or
still
something.
has its front legs.
Yeah, but
And
it'd be
we're
very
right-
off
we're-
balance, wouldn't it?
Remember, we're doing the thing where we assume that it's been like this its whole life and therefore has been able to adapt, though it has
Fair enough.
weaknesses, just as a result of what you would expect from it.
Yeah, so my thing is that it's a bipedal, 10-story tall, Liger with its bottom half being more fleshy instead of robot.
And it's
Alright.
piloted by, quote, its human half.
I
Yeah.
shoot out your
Does-
fleshy parts with my psionic bolt.
But there's no brain in butt. Unless we're thinking out of our ass.
It's not Godzilla.
Seriously, unless we're
Because
thinking out of our ass.
if you didn't know, Godzilla does have a brain with Tommy to torso.
Alright, so I think we've gathered enough information at the moment to begin the actual debate.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've been looking at the same thing.
we really were. That was amazing.
God damn it, I love it.
I love everything about this game.
I'm glad and I'm sad that I made mention of researching other Ligers.
I'm kind of happy that you resurfaced these decades-old memories of Zoids.
Right.
I mean,
I'm so
Okay.
glad too. Like I searched Liger and I was like, I want to write Zero now. It's in the search results. Sure, why not?
I never knew that existed because I can't even remember Zoids.
Well, it's an anime.
I heard you say that, and my brain went, "Are they talking like Mechazoids from Power Rangers?"
Mechazoids.
I remember it from I think it was Toonami,
Those are Zords.
and I even remember the opening. I remember the entire
We're getting off topic.
basic
I
plot of the
think.
first season, and then the opening of the second season. I could never place it.
Guys, this is
Anyways.
going to eat into your debate time, by the way.
Yeah.
Keep
So, all right. So we've established what the Liger is at this
Yes.
point. So, I'm going to say, with my psionic bolts, I'm going to attack your legs, try and render you immobile with all 100 of me, except for the few that are trying to mind control pilot or your... Actually, I do want to clear that up. Are you piloted or non-piloted?
I'm trying to look up exactly how their brains work. It doesn't really say much at the moment, but it does say they have a crew. So I guess there's a person in there.
Alright then, so I would reach out with my mind and attempt to mind control the pilot, thereby
May I
rendering...
interject?
Can you mind control what you can't see?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yes.
You're sure? Can
Well-
Wraith, passively mind control something that he's sure it's there, but he doesn't know who specifically it is? Because it's
How
a
would he-
crew, remember?
And
So-
how would
so
he
it could
know?
be-
And how would he know this giant robot is being piloted by somebody?
Yeah, I don't know what to
See.
say. He only sees the top half. How would he know there's someone inside it?
Would he
And he's also
mistakenly
seen
try
a
to
pair
control
of-
the Viking half?
I don't know. This is
I would
what I'm
assume
bringing
he
up.
did, because it also mentions that at one point Wraith's body was destroyed and he transferred his mind to the body of another. I would assume that means he just let his mind wander open and found it before he died.
At that point,
Man, whenever I
he
let my mind wander, all I do is just start thinking about bananas. I never get transferred into robot bodies.
whenever my mind wanders, I suddenly find my hand in my pants.
You know what?
Much.
I'll be honest, that's happened to me too.
Oh God!
Look, it's war.
These are my people.
It's war.
We're human males.
Over the age of 16, in fact.
Exactly.
Most of
I
us
don't
are
even-
over. Most of us are 20 at least.
Oh wait, back to the.
Could we say
Yes,
that
yeah,
like a
actually.
thing
So,
Yeah, back to the debate, not the mass debate.
So,
So could we say that like a thing with the pants?
Sure.
back
Anyway,
on topic.
go on.
Let's for the fact that he was able to transfer his mind to the body of some stranger, he should be able to at least sense and be able to grasp onto the mind of others. Can we agree on that?
As much as I'd hate to,
I don't.
Do we
I
want to leave
think-
that to a vote of the group?
I'm gonna say no.
I don't think so.
Could you repeat that?
So, he has the ability to sense, reach out for, and grasp onto the mind of others, even if he cannot see them. He did not have a body. At one point he did not have a body, so he was able to transfer his mind into another's body.
I'd like to project this point on that topic. That sounds like astral projection, which, weirdly enough, is something I've looked into before, which at that point leaves your body vulnerable. Because you basically take your spirit, and it
Well, he
leaves
didn't
your
have a body.
and your... Yes, that's why it sounds like astral projection, because it basically takes your existence as a being, moves it to a different plane. At that
gonna
point,
say-
one of two things would come. One, it would take time because they'd have to potentially figure out the pilot for each one, because they can't communicate in the astral plane, like, oh, this is the pilot. So they might try taking each other, they might try going for the same person. Two, you can't necessarily see location in the astral plane, from what I remember. And three, by that point, technically your body is dead unless you return to it. And if you took another body, whatever's in that would go to the other end, at which point Wraith is not Wraith. And he's also not in his body, so his mutant powers go away. So he doesn't have...
But that would be in the body
I
of
would say,
some of the
I would
pilot.
say,
That's...
I
why
would
that-
say, I would say no, because you also have to bear in mind, we're not entirely sure he would know to try to take the minds of pilots, because all he sees is a giant robot, and B, you're basically, saying he can, he currently has a body. Does that mean he's literally able... Just say yes or no. Is he literally able to send his spirit/mind out of his body to find someone else's, or was he only able to do that during a time when he didn't have a body? Which one?
I would assume it is an ability available to him at all times. Simply,
I'd say he could do it if, for some reason, he would have reason to believe this giant robot is being piloted.
He is from the Marvel Universe.
True, but you had only said he only did that after he was already technically dead.
I mean, he is from the Marvel Universe, yeah, but there is a I can instantly think of a case where there's just been robots that weren't piloted by people. Ultron.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's something he could do, but it would be difficult. He would probably be leaving himself vulnerable, and he would need reason to believe.
Let me go into this.
Right.
A couple of them decide I will forego my body and search for a mind among them, since there are 100 of them, and he has to destroy all 100 to defeat me. Yes.
Okay. At that point, I could see it happening.
Again, this comes into a case of that sounds like astral projection, and at that point, you're just seeing minds. You don't know where they are, so you very well could take over another race that's involved in this battlefield.
Wouldn't the Wraith be able to discern if he could see minds? A cluster of minds together, and then individual minds set off.
Astral projection, you don't see where things are. There's nothing to see.
But you feel them.
Conscious. You can sense them, but you don't know if they're clustered with others. You just know there's consciousness. And, like, if I recall correctly, when you astrally project, you could sense consciousness from the other side of the globe just as close as someone next to you.
I'm gonna say we should probably, like, at this point leave this idea to the voters and move on to other ideas.
Yeah,
because at this point, it's starting to become back and forth.
Yeah, and honestly, at this point, with how much time we spent on that topic alone, I think we should move to voting.
Can I just say my final thing, since I haven't actually said anything in a while?
Yeah,
Rhino hasn't gone this. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, just sort of as my closing statement, and also just general battle overview. Seeing the mass of seemingly normal dudes, with my powers, admittedly, I would go forth and try to slaughter them with my large, sweeping laser claws.
I love how he gets right to the point with that.
And so that would be essentially the basic battle strategy to quickly try and cut down the numbers of my enemies, who would, by all intents and purposes, be a lot slower than me because my stride is so much bigger.
Also, I do have a funny image. Even if the top part is no longer functioning, why doesn't the leg just make himself fall and just roll over? He would just crush them all.
Yeah. Pilot, just tells it, go forward, and it goes forward.
No, I'm saying, even if the top part is really, just, dangling, nothing. It was non-functioning by the...
Kills them.
Alright, but anyways, so Silver, did you have a closing summary argument statement?
Honestly, all I could say is that Wraith is able to project his mind. I mean, I want him to be able to project his mind. And I'm trying to find more info about him.
Yeah, because you're always an obscure character.
Not entirely obscure.
Let's move to...
Okay, can we move to voting, please?
Yeah, I'm grasping at this point.
Alright, because Silver said it last time, I'll go ahead and do it this time. I'm going to start with Yash.
If he did take over a pilot, that would be game over for Rhino, so I'm going to give it to Wraith.
I love you long time.
Alright, and Peter.
Again, going on what I know about astral projection.
Gerald,
Shut up. I'm going on my thoughts. And like I said, I extensively looked at that. That was years ago, back when I think we're going about a different story. Knowing how hard that could be to do.
He can telekinesis.
And the fact that
Sorry. I just found this.
behind behind the point, whatever. Even with 100, it's kind of hard to do that. And it would strain them. Regardless, I'm pretty sure a pilot could just instruct the thing or give it the direction of collapse onto enemy or swipe enemy, and it would still kill them even if they got the crew inside at that point, which point connection would be broken potentially and they'd be considered dead because we aren't going by the you can rule infinitely. So I say that Liger wins.
Alright, so Jiro for the tiebreaker.
From all that I've heard, and considering like, the amount of information we have at hand,
What did he say?
I'm saying because of everything. I'm saying from everything that we know and everything we've heard, I'm giving it to Liger, man.
Damn it! I hate you,
I
Jiro.
defeated the Wraiths!
You have no idea how close that was, Silver.
I hate you, Jiro.
Again, it was a case of
You piece
I
of
was
shit.
about to flip a coin. I was about to seriously flip a coin.
I'm just
But
glad that I somehow pulled a win out of my ass. I didn't think I could do it.
You're talking to a guy who has looked up extensively something which most people don't, and it's relevant to the subject somehow. I legitimately never knew that information would be relevant to my modern life at any point.
Also, the thing is that your astral projection is similar yet different to mine, considering that I know that from Doctor Strange in the comics, and it affects me, and just you keep saying it over and over again was annoying me.
Okay, if I could
Sorry.
actually bring something up about astral projection.
Yeah.
It seems like it was only ever brought up when Wraith had his body destroyed.
Yeah, that's the thing that got me into
That
going
too.
more to it.
That was another part I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Yeah, because like, don't get me wrong that everyone keeps saying this because like because of the security and everything. Like, don't think the good character which I approve of, but
Oh.
it did seem at the end that he was kind of grasping it.
Okay, so I just want to make this note. I found this out. It does not change the ruling, obviously. It does say he has the powerful telekinetic ability to float several tons as he sees fit. I know this does not change the vote after the fact, but I'm saying if I had brought this up during it might have been a completely different story.
Might have, but I don't know. I'd still think that due to you being in a limited arena, I'd think you'd flip the Liger, would still fall over and probably crush most of you.
That plus you could stop the movement of the Liger. You can start to move the lasers.
Whoosh, boom, boom,